Hi everyone. Last week after the Syria bombing, the Department of Defence came out and made a statement. And you may remember during that statement, this unsubstantiated claim was made.
The Russian disinformation campaign has already begun. There has been a 2,000% increase in Russian trolls in the last 24 hours. Therefore, we will keep you all abreast of the facts moving forward.
Now, when I hear claims like that, I always think, where's the proof? Where's the proof? You know me, by now my regular viewers will know I'm always looking for the proof of something. And until I see the proof, I don't necessarily believe it to be true. And they provided no proof of it. When they were asked about it, it was just trust us. And since then, the UK government have followed suit by saying that there is a 4,000% increase in the spread of lies after the Salisbury and Syria attacks. And again, where's the proof? Could this just be normal people? That didn't stop The Guardian, though, from publishing this story. Russia spread fake news via Twitter bots after Salisbury poisoning analysis. So they've jumped on board to what the US government, the US Department of Defence have said, and the UK government have said that there's a massive rise in Russian bot activity. You may have heard them say that there's an information war right now between the Allies and Russia. Now, in that Guardian article, it actually says this: Russia used trolls and bots to unleash disinformation onto social media in the wake of the Salisbury poisoning. According to fresh Whitehall analysis, government sources said experts had uncovered an increase of up to 4,000% in the spread of propaganda from Russian-based accounts since the attack, many of which were identifiable as automated bots. Okay, cool. Where's the proof? One bot, here we go, here's the proof. One bot, Ian56789, when I saw this, it was like, great, proof. Was sending 100 posts a day during a 12-day period from 7th of April and reached 23 million users. Cool. I wish I had that reach on my Twitter account. Before the account was suspended, it focused on claims that the chemical weapons attack on Duma had been falsified using the hashtag #falseflag. I've used that quite often as well. Another, Partisan Girl, reached 61 million users with 2,300 posts over the same 12-day period. Okay, great, they've provided proof. And the Guardian have reported on it, and they've obviously jumped onto what the UK government said. And I would think that the Guardian have done their research, because you obviously don't take the government's word for it, you actually research which accounts they are. Well, it turns out they were real. They've identified real people as bots. This guy is Ian56. This is the Russian bot that had that amazing reach. And he went on Sky News. Sky News had him on. I believe he had many back and forths with them to say, listen, I'm not going to come on and you can cut down my interview. I'm going to come on live, and you report it live. And that was very, very smart. Because you know what they're like, they edit things, so it makes the other person look bad. And in the interview, I'll leave a link to the full video down there because it's brilliant, it really is. It's great to see. But I'm just going to show a clip of it. He gets in an almighty punch on Sky News. Take a look.
Let's just get back to the point about today, though, and the accusations today, Ian. You are denying that you're a Russian bot. You're saying you have absolutely no links with the Kremlin. So the material that you retweet, the government's identified 100 posts a day from your account, 1,300 posts in 12 days. How do you check the veracity of the information that you retweet, the people that you're retweeting? Do you know them? Do you have Kremlin contacts?
I have no Kremlin contacts whatsoever. I do not know any Russians. I have no contact with the Russian government or anything to do with them. I've got no contact with spies. I am an ordinary British citizen who happens to do research on what is going on in the current neocon wars, which are being fought in Syria at this very moment. I check out what is happening by credible journalists. Now, there aren't any of those on Sky News.
Ian56, take a bow, son. That was glorious. Now, the other account, Partisan Girl, I knew immediately when I saw that. I thought, that's not a bot. And the reason is, I follow her on Twitter. I have for a while because there's a lot of good information that comes from her account, especially about the Middle East. And a lot of the stuff that she retweets is from really credible sources, credible Western sources. And the reason I knew immediately that she wasn't a bot is because she's got a blue tick. She's already been verified by Twitter as a real person. Now, she responded to The Guardian's ridiculous arse gravy of an article in a YouTube video. Again, I'll leave the full link to the video down there. This is just a clip of it, just to see exactly how bad this is when they're identifying real people as bots. Take a look.
Hi everyone, this is Syrian Girl. I don't know if you've seen the news, but apparently, according to Sky News and The Guardian, I am a robot. They didn't even bother to talk to me. They didn't even bother to check my Twitter account before they wrote about it. The fact that there's a blue tick against it means that my identity is verified. I mean, they don't even think. They don't even think to question the government line. And yet, I am the robot?
That's absolutely right. They don't even think to check. Now, my regular listeners, I'm sorry for repeating myself, but obviously I've got a lot of new followers recently and I want to explain something to them. I'm a big fan of Jimmy Dore, and his theory is the news media, the corporate and the mainstream news media, used to be the watchdogs of the establishment. They used to keep the establishment in check. They used to expose the lies and the corruption of the government. Now, however, they've become the guard dogs of the establishment, and now they keep those lies and the corruption away from the general public. That's not what they are supposed to do. It's critical that we have a working media and a working news in any democracy. For it to work properly, you have to hold the government accountable. And the next thing that Jimmy says is, not only are they the guard dogs of the establishment, they're also the attack dogs of the establishment. And as soon as somebody goes against what the government are doing, as soon as somebody becomes a threat to the government, then they immediately attack them. You've seen it recently with their attacks on Vanessa Beeley and Jimmy Dore and Robert Frisk. And now they're doing exactly the same thing with these bots. They didn't even check. Partisan Girl is right. They didn't even check. They didn't even look at the account. Had they took one look at the account and saw that blue tick, they would have just gone, okay, this is wrong, and they should have reported it the other way. Now, here's the thing that really pisses me off about all this. And this is why people know The Guardian now is a piece of shit newspaper. It really is. It's a wank stain of a newspaper. Because not only did they not check and report on a story where these people have no doubt since had attacks and threats online as a result of their shitty reporting, but they haven't even printed a fucking sorry or a retraction to the story 2 days later. Guardian, you should be fucking ashamed of yourselves, you piece of crap. Partisan Girl and Ian56, the two of you, carry on. You're doing brilliant work. You two are doing the jobs that the news media and The Guardian are sadly failing at. And it's why people like me have a platform. It's why people like Partisan Girl and Ian and Jimmy Dore and Secular Talk, it's why they're so popular. Because the media sucks. Thanks very much for watching. Please be vigilant. Don't swallow any of this bullshit just because it's printed in a newspaper. If it's printed in a newspaper, check it. I always do. I have learned they are printing so many lies at the moment in this information war on Russia. It's not an information war on Russia. It's an information war on their own citizens. You know why? Because they're fucking lying to us, both the US and the UK, and we have got to stand up and fight back against it. And the way you stand up and fight back against it is by supporting independent news media channels like me. So if you can, please share my stuff, share it around, show people what the real truth is, expose these lies. Please subscribe. Please hit the bell so you see any future videos. YouTube admitted they are hiding the videos from subscribers, even if you subscribe, so you must hit that bell. If you can afford, and only if you can afford it, if you can afford to buy me a beer each month, couple $3 through Patreon or through PayPal, please, there's a link down there as well. And that goes for any independent media. If I'm not your favourite, please, if you can afford it, donate to these other people, because they are trying to shut our voices down right now. It's exactly what they're doing, and it's fucking pathetic. Thanks very much for watching, and until next time, peace and take care.